Ready,
set,
flow. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Episode 8. Good old 8. And fun fact, we actually didn't even know that. We had the help of our special guest here.
Yes,
who
sir.
told us our own podcast. So
Seems like we're kind of lacking on that lately. Seems like
we totally
our
have
guests know more about our podcast than we do.
I forgot the name. Would you like to introduce yourself today, dude?
Yeah, my name's Jordan Forer,
Sick.
junior at Boulder High.
Sick.
Started a clothing brand.
There
Yeah.
we go.
This is our friendly neighborhood yerba ambassador. This is our this is his little brother. So this is how we met. And he just released a clothing brand. What, a week ago?
March 1st.
March
Week
1st.
ago, yeah.
Tight, dude. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I saw some of the clothes because Kobe was showing us some of it, and I was like, yo.
It's super tight.
Like,
Yeah.
these are dope. Like, so I wanted to ask, like, first question just to get off the bat, like, where did you start? Like, along the lines, not even before, like, the clothing brand or anything like that, like, when it came to, like, graphic design or anything, like, did you always have a spark for that, or, like, was that just something that came out of nowhere?
I, grabbed my notebook and I started to draw a little bit, and it kind of just, came to me. Like, I'd draw a line, and I'd kind of just see a bunch of different designs.
Totally.
And I bought the Adobe, student account, and I just started messing around with all the shapes and
Yeah, dude.
all that stuff, and kind of just watched
That's
a bunch
sick.
of YouTube videos, and yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sick, dude. Yeah,
YouTube
I was
learning.
YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I learned all my stuff from music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
YouTube
way.
is powerful, dude.
Yeah, for real.
You got some dope people who are like, welcome back to my channel. Like and subscribe.
I don't know how many people in the last year have gotten degrees off of YouTube because of the online learning. It's like you don't learn anything. You
Well,
go
I
to
mean,
YouTube.
I don't know if there's like a technical degree that you can
No, I'm
get.
just saying how many people have gotten their degrees by learning off of YouTube.
That's fair.
Helped with their degree, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think in this day and age, like, there's not a single person who didn't Google something.
Oh yeah, no way.
Like, there's no one who's like, I'll just read this entire 462,000
Yeah.
page textbook to figure out
Yeah.
Like you
what a
need to-
mitochondria is. It's like, nah, dog.
you need a
YouTube
quote from
times 2
War and
speed.
Peace.
Yeah, right.
It's like I'm not gonna read that entire book.
Yeah.
And you have a friend, like a partner in this business. How
Yeah.
did you guys meet? Like, how did that relationship start?
So his name's Trent. He used to run a clothing brand called Theft,
Okay.
like a couple years back. And when he was running it, I was like, yo, if you need any help screen printing anything, bunch of shirts, because that's mainly what he was doing. And he was like, yeah. I went to his house, screen printed a bunch of stuff, and kind of just reconnected with him a year later. And I was like, let's start a new brand. And,
Hell yeah.
And he's
Dope.
like, down, let's do it.
That's sick. So, like, along the lines of, like, I don't know, kind of more of your background. Like, I know that, like, you just randomly downloaded Adobe. Was that, like, something for school or anything? Or was it just, like, you were just like, yo, like, I just want to do this?
I just know I wanted a brand,
Totally.
and I knew Adobe would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I also used to work for a guy, and I used his Adobe account when I worked for him, and I was just like, this is what I need right now. This is
Totally.
gonna
That's
help me.
sick.
Yeah.
So, and this is just going to kind of be a question that's going to bring up a lot of stuff, but, like, along the lines of, like, being in high school, because I think that I can relate to you specifically of, like, creating content or doing anything like that in high school. Sometimes it's either widely accepted or widely rejected, and there
Right.
is no in between. And you could start off, very much accepted, move to rejected, or vice versa.
Right.
So, like, being a junior in high school, like, what was that for you?
I mean, it's obviously still so new to
Totally.
me, but I think right now is the best time out of any time to start something and follow
For
your
sure.
dreams, because with online school and everything, you just have so much free time on your hands that I just I was like, I got to do something else. And
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it seems pretty accepted in the high school community so
Are the
far.
homies rocking it?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.
That's always the best
Yeah.
when your homies like your stuff.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys get the idea for the name?
I have a notebook that I wrote everything down in. It took 4 days. I would just write names that I thought were cool, and then I narrow it down a little bit, and then a little bit the next day, and just continue to do that until Playground was one of the top 3 options. Metro was another one, and then Reworked was another one. And we just kind of decided
Metro.
we decided
Should have
that.
done. No, I was kidding. No, that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, first of all, like, the logo is sick and all that, but we should have done that when we were deciding the name for the podcast. What we did was we sat down and we're just like, all right, first word that comes to mind, ready, go.
Yeah.
And I was like, ready, set, go, ready. And then we're like,
We asked your dad actually. We're like, hey,
yeah.
what do you like? We need ideas for the to name this podcast. Like, what do you think? We got like ready, set something. He's like, ready, set, flow, and we're like, no way, that works.
Well, shout out to my father for naming this podcast.
When something clicks, something clicks. Like you can just see, like once you see it everywhere. You see it on clothes. I mean, for the clothing brand, at least, I just see Playground like on everything. I see so many things with it on it.
So like, the thing that I was gonna say was like, we came up with a couple of other ones. What was the other one that it was like juicy? Something juice. Like guava juice. I don't know.
Guava juice?
That was something weird.
It had something with juice in it, but then we looked it up online and someone already had the LLC and we're like, no.
See, the thing is like Ready, Set, Flow, like as a podcast is like, well, no, like Ready, Set, Flow, it's like some yoga thing. Like when I looked it up, it's not like a brand or anything. It's like a move or something.
Yeah, it's like a form of yoga.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Look at you getting all
flipping up
technical
a
with
camera.
it.
Sorry, guys. Had to sit up real quick. Also, really fun thing, because we are broke and this is the only camera that we can afford, which is a camera I bought when I was a junior.
Yeah.
And I've just had it. But it's a great camera, but it like stops recording after it hits 4 gigs. So every 15 minutes, I got to get up and then just press record again.
Sounds good.
I know. So
It just makes you highlight reels.
Yeah, bro. So you'll see me like frantically moving about.
Okay, sounds good.
It's like an exercise for me, you know. I
Your
stay
workout.
motivated. Yeah, totally.
It adds flavor to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. More than juicy guava
Juicy guava juice.
penis, whatever
It
it was.
was not. We were not thinking about naming the podcast that.
Juicy guava penis.
Yeah, I don't think that's really what we were aiming for.
I was aiming for it, but I mean, you know.
Different visions.
Yeah, I guess. I think we have to split up now, actually.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm kind of like in his vision. I might just like join on the playground, ready, set, playground flow.
Yeah.
Ready, set,
then-
playground. Tight.
That's a title right
Ready,
there.
set, playground.
No, I'm just kidding. But that's sick, dude. So like, we gotta ask, because I think people on the podcast, like, they want to know about you for sure.
Yeah.
They want to know what you're like, what you're about, what separates you. We also gotta know, just like, you got a girl, bro?
No.
You got your eye
don't.
on anyone, bro?
No,
So here's
no.
the thing. Here's the thing. The reason why I'm asking this is I would like to consider myself, like, this podcast. I like, dream of mine, matchmaker, right? Imagine this. No, hear me out.
Love
hear me
Island.
Out. Total
Love
Love
basement.
Love basement, man. No, but like, so imagine this, bro. You're like, you know, this one girl, like Katie's super cute, bro. And if Katie, you know, low-key likes you too, she's obviously going to be invested on like what you're doing. So if you like really post on your story, like, hey, yo, just made this, like, you know, hopped on the podcast. She's like, ooh. So then she knows, bro. Come on.
You
So then
win.
You indirectly win through us.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we just reap all the
Guaranteed.
benefits.
Guaranteed.
So I would like to be best man at wedding. And
Okay. I'll send out the invites.
Okay,
tonight.
for sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
No, but there isn't. I was
No.
just kind of messing around with you.
No, not right now.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I must add. Okay.
His girl is the business, bro.
Yeah.
Come on
Whoa.
now.
Playground
Come
is my
on now.
lover.
Oh, I like it, bro. Dang. You can't mess around with no side chick, bro. You got
Yeah.
the main hustle.
I gotta be loyal.
Facts. I
Yeah.
respect that for sure. So, and then the other thing. Oh, there was one like. Okay, yeah. So I was gonna ask like, as soon as I said that, I was like, I hate today's culture, because now I probably should have asked if you like girls first.
I do. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be. I don't know, man. Like,
Sometimes, man.
Straight male.
so I was gonna ask. My follow-up question is:
Oh no.
have you seen all this stuff about what's it called? Super
Super
straight.
straight.
Oh, dude.
You haven't seen the super straight movement?
It's like
No.
this whole thing. Like, it like started on TikTok. Some dude came up with it, and now it's like a full-on movement
Really?
where it's like, basically the concept is this: people are mad because they're like, yeah, I'm straight, but I'm not transphobic because I don't want to date someone who was previously the same sex as me. Right? So if I was a male, some guy was like you know, and then transform. That's how it works actually.
Yeah, just like that.
Transform, yeah, just like that. And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, hold up, you know. And then now they are of the opposite gender, or whatever, you know, however it works. And they're like, well, I'm not transphobic, and I don't like. Because I'm accepting of you. You can do what you want, but also I wouldn't want to date that. So they consider it super straight, which is now a new, like,
technically part of like the LGBTQ plus community.
It's kind of like, it's almost satire, but it's like someone saying like, oh yeah, like I'm super straight. Like that's what I identify as, because I like people of the opposite sex, but it's not like, it's literally like just kind of using the same logic as that to kind of counter it, right?
I think it started out as like a joke, but now it's almost like full-fledged.
It's so funny, and like it's hard for me. I mean, you should see the flag. The flag are just the Pornhub colors, which I think is just whoever came up with that one was top
genius.
tier. Yeah, totally. You know, it's like, so are you super straight?
From what I understand, I think so.
Okay, fair. No, I think it's so funny.
From
obviously,
that very scuffed explanation.
That was my terrible explanation. Well, obviously, I will say, like, I don't think that, like, I think it's kind of stupid. Like, I mean, just everything as a whole, like, me personally, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, keep scrolling, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like a...
It's hard to tell like what's a meme and what's not anymore.
Yeah.
And that's a hard line, especially when it's like, you know, obviously some people's feelings could get hurt.
Yeah.
On both sides,
Yes.
you know, and wow,
It's like, just leave me out of it, okay?
Yeah.
Just leave me out of it. I don't care. Do your thing.
yeah, I'm super not not concerned.
Yeah.
that's what I identify. as.
Super not concerned.
Super DGAF, bro.
I'm actually an Apache attack helicopter.
Oh wow.
That's my thing.
Really? I feel that.
See, well, I'm super straight, so I'm actually super podcast. It's like I can't record podcasts with anyone who has previously been an attack helicopter. It's just who I am. I'm sorry, I can't change that.
The sad thing is that like that'd probably be sound logic in today.
I mean, obviously not really with.
If you went to the
super
right person,
podcast.
if you went to the right person, like I'm super podcast.
You mean the left person? Sorry, that was a terrible joke.
You went to the left person, like I'm super podcast, which means I don't like people who are attack helicopters. It's like, oh yeah, that's perfectly
You
valid.
change around a couple of words in there, and that is a completely valid statement.
Makes sense.
Totally.
Makes sense.
No, sorry, I was just that was a completely off topic. But I just thought I would.
Mike has been thinking about that all day.
Yeah.
I think it's
Waiting
so
to
dumb.
get it off his chest.
Yeah, I'm actually
Feel a
I'm
lot
not
lighter.
super straight. I'm super great.
Good job.
Thanks.
Really proud of you.
So I make music, so like that's like why I could like, you know, envelop like such amazing lyricism in like those bars that I just
Rhyme zone.
Dog.
He knows what's up.
I found an app that I feel like everyone should download regardless of if you like even write or rap like anything. It's called
Why is there literally an app for everything?
There is an app for everything.
It's so dude, this app will change you. Hang on.
What's
It's
it
so
called?
funny.
What's it called?
I'm looking it up.
You don't know what it's called, but you're advertising
Rhymer's
it?
Block.
Rhymer's block.
Rhymer's block. Just gives you
Rhymer's
rhymes.
Block. Bro, it literally just gives you rhymes. So it's like I could be like, I'm at the pool, and then it's like it's like
Go back
it's like
to school.
autofill kind of thing, and it's like chilling with the, you know.
But I feel like in the real rap game, you're not gonna be valid for that.
Oh no. So it's not like it's just like copy paste. Like it's not like just press a button like autofill or something, but it like to the side it has like a list of like additional words and things like that could just like help create movement in whatever you're saying.
Right.
Help with the flow.
The reason why I know that
Help with the flow.
help with the flow. Flow on the go.
Killer.
I grow and show you my butthole.
Nope.
Anyways.
Nope.
Sorry, it was just Rhymer's Block. I was just. That's
It
what
was
it
the
said.
app. It was
It
the
wasn't
app.
me.
It was the
No.
app. It was the app.
No.
God, I need an app to fix you.
I need an app to just delete.
Can I get an app that deletes people? Oh wait.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dog.
Hold on a minute.
Sus.
Rewind.
No, but I was just gonna say, like, along the lines of just apps in general, it's like there is an app for everything. The one that I saw, which I think is super funny, you guys know Genius, like Genius Lyrics,
Yeah.
where they like bring in the artists or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's just so awkward because it's just them talking like, you know, what was that one?
They're
It was like,
explaining their lyrics, and
Yeah.
some of them are so dumb.
what if I'm the monster? You know that one?
Yeah.
Like it's so Genius came out with a DAW. If you don't know what a DAW is digital audio workstation for music. So like you have Ableton,
Yeah.
GarageBand, I mean probably not, like, you know, Fruity Loops, Logic, Pro Tools, like Cubase, like you have all these like things, softwares
Yeah.
that you can use. It's the same as like Final Cut or Adobe or like Photoshop,
Yeah.
Lightroom, those sort of things, like just what you use. Genius came out with a DAW. And it's like a mobile DAW. I don't know if it is. It might be desktop, but regardless, it's so sad because it's I was following, I don't know if you guys know Kenny Beats,
Yeah.
but he was like doing this like little thing. He's like, dude, imagine like these next up and coming producers are like, yo, what DAW you use? And they're like, oh yeah, Genius, bro. Like it's the new thing. And then they're like making like really like terrible, like trappy, like, because all it has is just like hi-hat pattern 1, and it's like snare,
beats.
and it's just like, yeah, bro, I just went platinum with Genius lyrics. You know, it's just like such a diss to like people who like pour their heart out into it or whatever. You know,
I wouldn't be surprised these days.
facts, bro. At this point, I feel like music is gonna come to the point where it's like the you guys have seen Rick and Morty, right? You know, like
Of course.
there's that one episode where he's like, now playing human music. Just like, boop, boop, beep, boop.
Shit heat, man.
He's like, whoa, this is gas. That's what I think we're coming to. Did I turn on the camera or not? Because it doesn't look like it. Sorry,
Technical
boys.
difficulties.
Asher, continue the conversation of something else, please.
Wow, that's thank you.
Yeah, I give you the honor.
So back to the playground.
Yeah, sorry.
What is kind of like what's like your vision for this? Is it just like you just want to release clothing, or is there something else you have in the background?
I think that like ever since I was real young, I've always wanted to be famous.
Wait, not real young, but real young?
Like real
whoa.
young. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Right.
right.
To clarify.
I think I've always wanted to be famous, and I think this is just my most recent way to get famous.
That's fair.
And I've always like dreamed of owning, like just seeing people wear my stuff
That'd be
is
sick.
still kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Like even seeing my promoter, who I obviously sent a sweatshirt to, like seeing it in videos, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
Like, that's
sick.
mine. No.
I drew that.
Totally. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I will say the same thing. I can relate to that when it comes to like music and stuff. Like I remember when I dropped my first album actually in my junior year.
Yeah.
And it was on like Spotify. It was like such a big deal for me or whatever. And I remember some kid came up to me who I never talked to in the halls, and he was like, yo, dude, this song's my favorite. And I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the fact that people like
Yeah.
have their own favorites. Like someone come up to you and like, yo, that gray one's like fire.
Yeah. I'm like,
You're like,
that gray, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that one's cool.
Yeah.
But like the black one, I also, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, I totally can relate to that.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, but like, it's a cool feeling, especially, I'm not going to lie. I had such a bad ego when I dropped that first album because that day in school, I felt like the man dog. It was just like, everyone was like, yo, like.
But I mean, I feel like that's kind of valid.
I'm valid?
You're
That-
valid. He's
for-
valid.
For that day, I'm going to say you were valid.
That's fair.
Because I don't know if I've said this before, but one of the big mottos that I like to live by is that it's not bragging if you can prove it.
Yeah.
Totally.
So like all these people coming up, just like, oh man, I love this song, I love this part of it, like
Yeah.
saying that kind of stuff, and then you getting a big head from that. I feel like that's an okay thing to do because all the hard
You
work
worked into it, yeah.
all the
Yeah.
hard work you put into that
Totally.
is paying off now. So it's not like
And I will say it's funny because that album sucked. It was garbage, bro.
Yeah.
comparatively
to,
wasn't the best.
like,
I mean, I feel like stuff always improves.
totally.
Like the day after I dropped, actually before the day I dropped, I'm already working on the summer drop.
Heck
I know
yeah.
I'm already like, damn, those designs are so sick.
Totally, dude. And I have a bunch of homies that I could even I could hickey.
Hickey.
I can hickey you, bro.
Whoa.
Okay,
Just
Whoa.
if you want. Sorry, I don't want to, jump a gun or anything, but
We go the extra mile for promotions.
Yeah, that is amazing. Super devotion.
yeah. So I mean, I'll take a hoodie if you let me suck on your neck until it's red. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I started a company for a little bit, but it kind of flopped in a way where the guy was just like, yo, I'm doing all the work. You guys get 10%.
Yeah.
Because all honesty, I wasn't doing much.
Yeah.
But two of my closest friends in high school, outside of kids from like my actual school, were kids who started their own clothing companies. One of it is a kid named Ryan Bloodworth, who I want to get on this podcast so bad because that man can just spit bars at you for 2 hours. And when I first met him, he's like, bro, are you sad? I'm like, how? Whatever. I was like, how do you know me? Whatever. But yeah, so I just I think what you do is so sick. So
Thank you.
don't
Don't take no shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Don't take anything for if you grind at this, especially in whatever. Also, I don't know if do you know Wednesday at 11?
Yeah.
Dude, his stuff is sick.
Yeah. His stuff is sick.
I actually saw his most recent drop and I was like,
yeah.
that's what I don't know you that well, obviously,
Yeah.
but I can see you getting up there to even I don't know if you know 1340 Collective, some Justin Escalona.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't, yeah.
Same sort of deal where
Yeah.
he's just clothing guy who then started working with all these big artists or whatever, and then now all the artists are just pumping out his stuff,
Yeah.
and then it's just a big old collective
Yeah.
called 1340 that he came up with, and it's just he also the hoodies are $200 or whatever at this
Yeah.
point, just because everyone wants it.
Yeah. Our hoodies were 75. but
Yeah.
I just decreased the price because I'm 75 is a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
these hoodies are I don't know if y'all know, but Carhartt hoodies are 10-ounce hoodies. The
Yeah.
hoodies that we make are 14 ounces.
Wow.
Mm.
So they're really heavyweight. They're also cross grain. So usually on a hoodie, the stitches are
Yeah.
horizontally. On these, it's vertically. So
Okay.
it kind of allows for more breathability in the sweatshirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Great
Look at-
quality.
Look at that.
Fancy
Look at that. That was a
Look at
great
the-
little ad.
Look at the information he
He knows.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get it, but sick, dude.
Comfy.
Okay.
Comfy.
So because when I did merch for my stuff, I don't know if you know Printful, bro.
I don't.
Printful is I mean, shout out to Printful because they helped me get first little big old, I started selling clothes
Right.
on an e-commerce website, and I kind of understand a little bit about it, but I don't understand all the ins and outs of it because what they do is they're like, here's a hoodie that you can buy for $5.
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, all right, you can sell it, but when you sell it, we take $30.
Yeah.
And so I sold both my, I can't talk.
La, 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 la.
I sold most of my hoodies for around $45, $50.
I think that's a great price.
Yeah. But I only made anywhere from a $10 to a $15 profit at most.
Yeah.
And that's great and all. So then when I think I sold over 50 hoodies.
Yeah.
Right. And that was so cool because I was all of a sudden I was yo, that's over $1,000 in revenue. And I was that's sick. But profit came out to oh, here's
Yeah.
Here's a sticker.
yeah. Nice job. Because what Printful does is that someone makes an order and then they just process it and you don't even see the hoodie.
Really?
Yeah. So it made it easier for me
Yeah.
because I understand the ins and outs of how hard it is to take
Yeah.
a thing right where it's going to or whatever,
Yeah.
ship it out. That is a process.
It was a whole hassle my first time at the post office.
It's hard. It is hard.
I was sweating.
Totally.
The lady's do you know where that's going? I'm
Yeah, totally.
Sure. Yeah.
I did Depop too for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was weird too because
Yeah.
selling stuff. I'm she's oh yeah, cool. Where's this going? I'm I don't know. I'm trying to read my own handwriting here or whatever. But so I
is that
get
a 5
that.
or
Yeah.
a 7?
I don't know if that's even in English at this point, but you get it. So it's I totally understand that aspect of it, and the whole shipping process that's something that I think for anything that you do, regardless of if it's music, if it's clothing, or if it's scooping shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Asher.
Represent. Represent.
you do a lot more work than people put in,
Yeah.
especially on the inside when no one's watching.
Yeah.
Like there is hours beyond hours beyond hours that go into every single little detail that you do. So like
It's true.
when you're even talking about like, cause when I did the hoodies, it was just like, here's this other company that I just paid most of my profits to, you know? And then like, that was it. I didn't see any of the behind the scenes, but I understand from like the music aspect of it, like just hours beyond hours get put in. So when you're talking about like, oh yeah, it's like normally a cross grade and they go like this and it's 69 ounces, whatever, you know, like that's, I understand like the grind, bro.
Yeah.
So what all like do you guys have? Hoodies, and then like what else are you guys selling?
Right now, we're just doing, you know how Carhartt does their little tags? They have tags with the logo. So we have tagged t-shirts and long sleeves and 4 different colors of the same sweatshirt and beanies. We just wanted to keep it simple for the first drop, but
For sure. What colors y'all got?
we got dusty pink.
Dusty?
Whoa!
Yeah. That one's real fancy. For this sweatshirt. That's one of my favorite colors. You know, I like didn't think the colors would contrast well, but they worked pretty well. We have a off-white color, a black, and a heather gray. So
Wait, you're already with Off-White now?
yeah, no,
Dude,
I'm
sick.
Moving up, bro.
That was easy.
I'm the new off-white.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick. Cool.
Bro, I want to wear one of those dusty pink ones, and so
Yeah.
like, oh, I love that pink hoodie you have.
It's like
it's
actually
dusty pink.
Yeah,
It's dusty.
It's
Don't forget
dusty.
the dust.
the off-white's technically called bone. That's the color on the website. That's what it's called. But
Is it so
off-white's
off-white?
easier.
Off-white bone. Off-white bone. Cream?
Cream.
Off-white bone
One
cream.
of those colors.
Creme brulee bone.
Creme brulee bone. Yeah.
Creme brulee off-white bone.
Wow. That was just deep.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, so
Don't lose it.
I lost
Grab
it.
the thought. Grab it. Come on.
I hate that feeling when you just feel the thought like slow.
Dude, it was totally like, I was like, oh, this is going to be a fire question. And then it's like, nope.
Grab it. Come on.
It's gone, bro. It's too far gone.
Is there anything that you want to add? Anything you want to say about your new business here?
Yeah, bro.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just exciting, like putting all this work into it and just like once again just seeing it out there and seeing, like I see everybody's orders and you know like I'm now that I'm on the other side of it, like instead of entering a raffle, I'm choosing who wins the raffle and
Totally.
like instead of waiting for my order to ship, I'm freaking out because these people's orders aren't arrived, like they haven't arrived yet. And it's just a whole flip, you know. I'm on the other side of the table. I'm just kind of seeing what everything's like from the business side of it.
It's sweet.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you-
an awesome experience.
Are you preferring the business or the consumer side of it?
I
more?
love the business. It's
Nice.
It's like the greatest thing.
That's
It's
sick.
awesome.
Totally.
Yeah. Even like even creating the website. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm excited to create the website today.
What'd you use?
I use Shopify.
Oh, totally.
One of the
So you
nicest
totally,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the nicest things I've ever used. I spent like 2.5 months building this website. I
See, I used Wix.
yeah. Wix is tough, I feel like.
Don't use Wix.
I just looked at Wix and I was like, I'm not done doing that. Shopify's easy, it's clean. You just like
I know, but it was
Choose a
like
couple
more
things.
expensive overall.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
now I have to pay like $200 every year
Yeah.
to keep my like artist website up,
Yeah.
which I can cover just by royalty streams. But even
Yeah.
still, it's like,
Yeah. I've always had a problem with spending money. So just like
totally.
now that I own a business, seeing like hundreds of dollars just like leave my bank account, I'm like, oh, dope. It's like,
This is gonna be,
Yay! What did I don't even know what.
dude. Okay, so our entire thing just disconnected mid conversation, and that has never happened before. Must I mention?
Okay.
It like the whole thing like it just disconnected from my computer for whatever reason. So
Apologies.
apologies.
No
apologies.
worries.
But I will say, I think it's because the media wants to silence us because the visionaries of this world, are just so cool and
They know that you're gonna blow up. They're like, we can't let it happen.
We can't let it
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
So, speaking of blowing up, I actually remember my question. Here it is.
all right, I'm ready.
My brain short circuited and then it like re-fired up.
Just ask a question.
I'll lose it again.
Come on. Come on.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Out of high school, number one.
Okay, I would hope so.
Depending how well the brand does, and if I really like am dreaming, I see like at least 10,000 followers on the Instagram, like successful drops a good amount of time. Like,
I think you're selling yourself short.
You
Not
think
even
so?
joking.
Really?
5 years.
5 years?
Think about 5 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I'd say I am very much like
Optimistic.
I
Yeah.
try to be until I'm sad. And then I'm like, life sucks. I hate everything.
Very 50-50.
Totally. 100%. But
I expect the worst, hope for the best.
Valid.
that's fair. That's fair.
Valid.
I mean, 5 years is a long time. Let me
For all we know,
reassess,
dude,
reassess.
for all we know, dude, like Instagram could just like explode
Yeah.
like in 5 years, you know, like all of a sudden doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You're solely on
Insta-snap.
Yeah.
Insta, Facebook,
What-
Twitter,
Snaptagram.
Snaptagram.
What our moms call social media. Snapgram.
Snap.
Get off that.
What am I looking at here? That's my favorite thing.
Facebook mom selfie.
Is this camera facing me?
Chilling in Hawaii. It's just a full-on picture of their face.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, dude.
5 years.
5 years.
I see my brand that's definitely spread all over. I see people repping it that I'm not even sending them clothes for free. I see people,
Totally.
like famous people, well-known people, like buying it
Who
just because they want
would
to.
be like your dream? Like your dream person to be repping one of your playground hoodies?
Dream person?
It could be a dog too. I don't really know. I mean, it doesn't have to be a person.
Famous dog. I got to go with I think my favorite rapper, Joey Badass. I think
Yes.
that'd be just like the sickest thing to see him wearing my clothes.
This is a little bit off topic. Did you hear his new thing on
The Shine album.
Well, yes, but I was also gonna say his on 1.5 for Unlocked with Kenny Beats.
Oh
and
yeah, I
Denzel
listened to
Curry.
that this morning.
Dude.
Oh
it
my
was
god.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do
It
you
was
think?
good.
I didn't listen to it. I was at work this morning.
Yeah, fair. Really liked it. There are a
Yeah.
lot of good music coming out, dude.
Yeah.
I still haven't given that one. It was the Bruno Mars and
I listened to it.
Anderson .Paak.
It's like
Is it good?
it's just like straight R&B. It's kind of nice.
Really?
It's a smooth song. Yeah.
I've heard more about the sound design of that song. Like
Yeah.
I know that the drums are in mono, and that's what makes like everything else sound more like. Because normally in today's age they were going for the more 70s vibe. I know that, but I haven't even heard the song.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but
Did you guys hear the new Post and Juice WRLD song?
no.
I haven't.
It's very much like a sad boy Juice WRLD song.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit Post's vibe, but it's not a bad song.
Fair. Post hasn't dropped in a minute.
Yeah,
I know.
it's
I
been a
was
while.
surprised. I never heard anything about it. My brother was just like, "Did you hear the new Post Juice song?" And I was like, "I didn't even know he dropped a song."
Juice also hasn't dropped in a minute.
Been
Sorry.
a while.
Yeah, where's X, bro? When was the last time he dropped, bro?
Wow. It's been a
I'm just
minute.
kidding. Yo, when's the next album, bro? I need to know. No, I'm just
Still
kidding.
weird they're dropping music. I mean,
Well, also, I think you can get it. I've told you this. Like, I have 800 and something session
I
files
heard that
on
Juice WRLD
Ableton.
was recording like 3 songs a day for a while.
Yeah. Like, just being like, if that's your job,
You got tons of it.
Yeah.
and same thing, I bet it goes for like, you come up with like 30 billion different like graphic design, like some
Yeah.
sort of design, but then like only like 2 fall through. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of stuff goes out the door.
Totally.
Only a couple stay.
Exactly. And it's the same for music. Like, you know, they have like 42 billion verses of them going, hey, yo,
Yeah.
whatever. And then like, you just have like good engineers and good producers and go through and then just make it like chop it all up into an actual song over a cool beat.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you.
Sorry.
It's kind of along the lines of like, where do you see yourself in 5 years type beat. But like, what is one thing in like in the future that would make you feel like you made it with this clothing brand?
Careful.
A little bit of background. Like right now, money isn't like the most important thing to me right now. Like
100%.
like I was saying earlier, like I've always wanted to be famous. So more important to me right now is just like, I just want to see like 1 million followers on the Instagram or like some crazy number like that. Like I just want to see people loving the brand and just, I want to see a bunch of followers pretty much.
Totally.
Yeah,
Can I offer you one piece of advice? Obviously,
Yeah.
you can just take this
No.
with a grain of salt.
of course.
I was the exact same way. Back in my day.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But like, exact same idea. just like numbers.
Yeah.
What I've realized is you can always have one more,
Yeah.
you know, and it's so unfulfilling if you're chasing that for forever.
Yeah.
Having a goal, like a set goal of like right now, if you're like,
Yeah.
okay, 100,000,
Yeah.
that's the goal.
Yeah.
You reach that, that's it. That's a
Yeah.
great accomplishment.
Yeah.
If it's just the idea of the numbers,
Yeah.
that's where you can really struggle. For
You'll
me, at
lose that
least.
motivation.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. I was like, oh, I want to have one of my songs be so big. Right now, one of my songs has 500,000 streams on Spotify.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but 600,000 is right there. A million is right there. You know, it's
Just
like
gonna keep going.
it keeps going unless you have like a set thing like in mind. Then once you achieve it, you're like, sweet. Now let's
Yeah.
get to 2 million because
Yeah.
I've accomplished this and I'm satisfied.
Right. Setting
But
goals.
Totally. Setting goals
Yeah.
are like top tier, but obviously don't make them to the point where
Yeah.
you just work your entire life to get to something that is
Yeah.
Right.
probably unachievable.
Yeah.
Don't shoot for 30 million
Right.
sales in a day.
Yeah.
Like that's just like that's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Expect the
You do
worst,
you.
hope for the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I guess
Because like I see the same like fire and desire to want to grow that brand in
Right.
you that I saw in him when he first started releasing like his music and his merch.
Yeah.
But then like as he said, he just didn't have that specific goal, that want, and then over time he just kind of lost that like will to want to.
Right.
Like you didn't see that sparkle in his eye anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shut up. Let me finish. Let me finish.
how was it? How was the sparkle in my eye?
It was cool.
Is this
Because
the
you
beginning
were-
of the love story matchmaking?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We actually, as every single time we stop the podcast, we just start making out for 3 hours straight, at least. Nothing else.
Intermission.
Nothing
Intermission.
else. Yeah.
That's why we always rush the end of the podcast.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it's
the
like,
audio cut out, guys. Sorry, my bad.
come on.
Anyways, ready to flow. That's a great audio. I bet you people are freaking out about that.
Clip it.
Yeah, dude. But I get it.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone, like, I understand that drive and I understand that. Keep yourself motivated, but let the success be the motivation.
Yeah.
But don't let it control everything. I don't know what I'm saying.
Accept the small victories.
I got
Yes.
you. Yeah. Like, I mean, also, just off of this, like, more things branch out. Like, from the business I've started, I'm discovering more things. I'm
Totally.
meeting more people. Like, I'm looking at, like, a bunch of people that, like, I don't know if you guys know the shoe surgeon.
I don't.
He's a guy living in California. He makes a bunch of custom shoes for, like, all these
Oh,
NBA
sick.
players, famous people. He's, like,
Oh,
widely well known.
I think I do.
Yeah. His shoes are, like, $20K.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I've seen his stuff.
Yeah. So one of his apprentices who works for him and runs a thing called the Shoe Surgeon School used to own a company called Cause, and I used to work for him.
No way.
Yeah, and he just kind of like, I mean, he's young, in his 20s, real young.
Totally.
But when he was living in Boulder, I worked with him, and it was just like, I was exposed at a young age to like what it's really like to like run a business and what it's like.
That's
to,
sick.
What it's like what it really entails. Like it seems like it's all fun and like everybody sees like, oh, it must be easy, but like the hours that I've put into the
Yeah.
brand is like
Yeah.
the amount of work Trent and I have put into it is like it's crazy.
It's a lot.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun though, still. Not
That's
to
sick.
discourage anyone to
No,
start a business, but
I
yeah.
100% get it because
You have to know what you're coming. You
for
have to
me
know
with
what comes
music,
it.
as soon as I release it, it's like, well, release days are always stressful because then
Yeah.
you're like trying to prioritize every single little increment of it. Like he was like, "Yeah, you want to hang?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude, it's released. Like I gotta like
Release date.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, for me, I'm not at the point where I have publishers who can just do it and I go
Right.
party with all my release party.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not just how it works. But I will say, like, I totally get that. Like, see the success, or once you see the success of something, that's like such a good like, yo, like this is so dope. This is
Right.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I totally get that.
I don't know how much you guys are on TikTok, but like if there are so many kids that are like famous for like honestly the stupidest
Nothing.
videos
For
like,
nothing.
literally doing nothing, but just seeing them like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds are all moving into these houses together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just imagine like that'd be so sick to like own a brand with 3 of my best buds and just like live in a house together
Totally.
in California. Like how is that not everyone's dream?
Totally.
Mhm.
You know?
I mean, I'm actually planning on moving back out to Cali. I'm at school in LA
Yeah.
right now.
Sweet.
But I some things happen. I'm also back home now just for a little bit, trying to save up money. Still paying my rent though.
Yeah.
LA rent.
LA rent.
I still live with my mom, so.
Well, you're in high school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, get out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like, California's great because it's got like a lot of cool people there. There's a
Right.
lot of people hanging out, but then it also sucks because
Yeah.
of the people there. Like
Yeah.
it's a middle ground.
I mean, you're probably just surrounded by so many people that aren't who they really are. There's
100%.
a lot of fake people, and
I knew I was in California. I will just say this: when I went to like a little party, and by
Yeah.
party I mean like just a little function, whatever.
yeah,
Homies hanging out, and I knew I was in LA because I had 3 girls come up to me that night, and they were like, "What's your sign?"
I remember listening to this.
And I was like, "I'm a Libra, right?" And then they're like, "Oh, sick," and just walk away. And I'm like, "Okay."
yeah, good to know. Good to
I'm
know.
here. All right.
I'm like, "Joke's on you. I'm a Scorpio." Whatever. No, I'm just kidding.
So there was this meme on Instagram.
I've already seen it,
that-
dude. It's so funny.
My friends and I love it. It's like when you're driving at night and you hit a sign on the road. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm such an asparagus.
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't remember. It's so funny.
There's
though.
another one I saw where it's like, I told this girl, I was like, "Hey, yo, come let me slide," because like, I'm an Aquarius and we work really well together. She's like, "I bet." He's like, "Joke's on you, I'm a Scorpio." And she's like, "That's such a Scorpio thing to do." And then like whatever, and he posts this whole thing on Twitter. The tweet blows up, and then he's like, "For everyone defending her, I'm a Capricorn," or whatever. And it was just like the double cross or whatever. That was like awesome,
Two-Face.
dude. Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Do you have anything you want to say?
Final thoughts.
Shout out your mom. What you got?
I mean, honestly, shout out to all my promoters. Like,
For sure.
I DM'd this one guy on Instagram, Kobe Robinson. He's got like 200K on TikTok, and
Sick.
he's just like, he's been such a great help. Like, he's posted, like, always been like with me when I
Yeah.
see my visions. Like, he's always understood what I'm talking about. He's always like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll get on that.
Sick.
Like, he got me like at least half of the followers I have right now.
Sweet.
So shout out to him, and shout out to all my promoters.
For sure.
Trent, definitely wouldn't be able to do without him.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. Everyone, please follow the Playground.
Yes. Well,
Playground.
What's the handle?
Playground LMT.
Playground. I can't talk.
Playground.
Playground. Playground LMT on Insta. Anything else? Like, do you have like what's the website?
PlaygroundLMT.com.
Also,
Yeah.
playgroundlmt.com. Check
Yeah.
out some hoodies. Support him because that's like indirectly supporting us. And yeah,
Just do it.
Just
all right?
do it.
Yeah,
Like,
Don't
what are you
think
gonna
about
lose,
it.
bro?
Just do it right now.
The whole thing about the Ready Set Flow podcast is we want to bring on people that one are funny, which you imagine. And I'm just saying like just people who like I think that like just kind of as the youth, we are the youth, and we are these
the
kids who
youth.
are just we're just random
having
kids,
fun.
but we're having fun with it
Yeah.
in this despite of the craziness of this world. So anytime we have a chance to
You better be looking at playgroundlmt.com right now while we're talking
that
about
voice, bro.
You better be buying a hoodie.
this. You better be buying
better
that
be.
damn hoodie.
You should make a discount.
For
Ready Set Flow.
Ready, Set,
It's
Flow
like
discount.
10%
Maybe I'll do I want to do a raffle.
for sure.
I think I was planning on like 1,000 followers giveaway. So I think that's a reasonable amount. Give away a hoodie and a beanie, something like that.
For sure. Well,
Yeah.
follow them and
Yeah.
get yourself a beanie, dog.
Yeah,
Enter the
come
raffle,
on.
enter the giveaway.
All right, cool. Well, I think we might wrap it up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Thank you for
course.
joining us.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
It was nice to meet you. And
You as well.
I'll probably make out with you after I'm done making out with Asher. After
You gotta give him
the
that hickey,
podcast.
bro. You
Wait,
gotta-
my turn.
Yeah, we gotta get the hookie, bro.
Got you.
All right, but ready,
Set.
flow.
Flow.
Catch you guys next time.